Next idiom is the company improved its supply chain efficiency. This phrase means a company optimized its processes for acquiring, producing, and distributing goods, making them faster, smoother, and more cost-effective. Though not a figurative idiom, it's a vital business concept. Its origin lies in mid-20th century business management, focusing on integrated logistics and operational optimization. Our first example, by implementing new software, the company significantly improved its supply chain efficiency, reducing delivery times by 15%. This shows how technology drives concrete results. The second, to remain competitive, many businesses constantly look for ways to improve their supply chain efficiency and reduce operational costs. Both illustrate how optimizing these vital processes is crucial for business success.
While the company improved its supply chain efficiency is direct, related phrases convey optimization. Streamlined its operations means making processes simpler and effective. Optimized its logistics focuses on goods movement. Supply chain efficiency is broader, from raw materials to delivery. These alternatives highlight specific aspects of this vital business goal. In summary, the company improved its supply chain efficiency means a business optimized its entire product-to-market process, making it faster, effective, and less wasteful. Though not a traditional idiom, it's fundamental to modern business. Improving supply chain efficiency is key for competitiveness, cost reduction, and customer satisfaction. Understanding this concept is crucial for business literacy. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is she decided to take the lead on the project. This means she chose to assume control, manage, or be the primary person responsible for guiding it. The phrase take the lead originated in competitive contexts like races, where being in front evolved into metaphorically taking charge of an effort. It's a powerful way to describe someone stepping up to guide an initiative. Let's look at some examples. First, someone needs to take the lead on organizing the next company event. This means initiating, planning, and managing the event. Second, as the most experienced member, John naturally took the lead in the emergency. This shows stepping up to guide a difficult situation. Both examples highlight active responsibility and proactively setting direction for an activity or group.
Similar expressions include be in charge and spearhead. Be in charge implies formal authority. Take the lead emphasizes active initiative. Spearhead means initiating a specific effort. Choose take the lead for demonstrating proactive guidance and assuming principal responsibility to drive things forward, rather than just overseeing. To recap, to take the lead means to assume control, guide, or be the primary person responsible. Originating from competitive scenarios, it highlights active initiative and setting direction. Remember, it's about leading the way and actively driving success. So, don't hesitate to take the lead in your next big endeavor. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, they were talking shop at the party. It means discussing work or professional matters in a social setting, often when inappropriate or uninteresting to others. The phrase likely originated in the 18th to 19th century England, when shopkeepers continued talking business after hours. Let's see these in action. First, I tried to relax at the dinner party, but all the engineers started talking shop about their latest project. They're discussing work, potentially excluding others. Second, please, let's not talk shop at Thanksgiving. I want to enjoy family time without discussing sales targets. This illustrates keeping professional topics out of personal gatherings.
Similar phrases include talking business or discussing work. Talking business is direct. Discussing work is neutral. However, talking shop often implies the conversation is happening inappropriately in a social setting, or might bore others. It suggests broadening the discussion. To recap, talking shop means discussing work or professional matters in a social setting. Recall its origin from shopkeepers, blurring professional and personal time. Be mindful of your audience. Keep conversations inclusive and engaging for everyone, ensuring social gatherings remain enjoyable and not solely focused on professional topics. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, he is a great team player. This phrase describes someone who excels at working collaboratively with others, contributing positively to a group's goals, and supporting their colleagues. It highlights a person's ability to put group success above individual glory. The concept originates from organized sports in the early 20th century, where individual efforts combined for team victory, and later became a crucial term in business and organizational management, emphasizing cooperation and mutual support. It's truly a valuable trait. Let's see how we can use this idiom in everyday conversation. Our first example is, even under pressure, Sarah always helps her colleagues and shares her workload. She's truly a great team player. Here, we see Sarah demonstrating key qualities like helping and sharing, which are essential for team success. She's not just doing her part, but actively contributing to the well-being of the whole team. For our second example, during the group project, John made sure everyone's ideas were heard and offered to take on the most difficult tasks. He is definitely a great team player. John exemplifies a team player by fostering inclusivity and taking initiative for the greater good of the project. Both Sarah and John show how crucial it is to work together for a common goal.
Let's explore similar expressions. Team-oriented describes a mindset or approach to collective work. While related, a great team player specifically highlights a person's active, positive contributions and actions within a team. A cooperative individual emphasizes a willingness to work together. While valuable for harmony, a cooperative person might not always show the proactive initiative of a great team player. Use team-oriented for a mindset, and a cooperative individual for basic collaboration. A great team player conveys a more impactful role in elevating team performance. In summary, he is a great team player describes someone who actively contributes to group success, supports colleagues, and prioritizes collective goals. This idiom, born from sports and adopted by business, highlights the invaluable trait of effective collaboration. Remember, using this phrase praises someone for their positive impact on team dynamics and overall achievement. So, next time you see someone consistently lifting their colleagues and driving collective success, you'll know exactly how to describe them. Keep practicing idioms to enhance your English. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is let's test the waters before launching the product. This phrase means to cautiously try out a new idea or plan to see if it is likely to be successful or acceptable, much like checking the temperature of water before diving in. Its origin traces back to ancient nautical practices and fishing, where people literally had to test the water's depth, currents, or temperature to ensure safe passage or a good catch. Over time, this practical action evolved into a powerful metaphor for carefully assessing any new situation before fully committing. Let's explore how to use this idiom in different scenarios. Our first example is, before investing all our savings, we should test the waters with a smaller amount to see how the market reacts. Here, testing the waters means making a small, cautious investment to gauge market response rather than risking everything at once. This smart approach helps mitigate potential losses. Similarly, consider the second example. He decided to test the waters by proposing a casual coffee meeting before suggesting a formal business partnership. In this context, testing the waters refers to initiating a low-stakes interaction, like a coffee meeting, to assess the other person's interest and compatibility before diving into a more significant commitment like a business partnership. Both examples highlight a cautious, exploratory approach before making a full commitment.
There are several expressions similar to test the waters. Two common ones are feel out the situation and dip a toe in. Feel out the situation is broader, focusing on understanding the general mood or opinions of others before acting, often through subtle questioning. Dip a toe in, much like our idiom, emphasizes trying something on a very small scale, implying a physical or experiential trial before full commitment, such as dipping your toe in cold water. While all suggest caution, test the waters often implies an action to gauge reaction, whereas feel out is more about gathering information, and dip a toe in is about a minimal initial engagement. In summary, let's test the waters is a valuable idiom reminding us to approach new ventures with prudence. It comes from the literal act of checking water conditions before proceeding, evolving into a metaphor for careful preliminary assessment. Remember, whether it's a new project, a significant investment, or even a personal decision, it's always wise to test the waters first. This ensures you gather enough information and minimize risks before taking the full plunge. Incorporate this idiom into your vocabulary to express thoughtful and strategic decision-making. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the writing is on the wall, the company is closing. This vivid expression means that signs of an unpleasant or unavoidable future event are clearly visible. It suggests that doom or change is imminent, and anyone observant can see it coming. Its powerful origin traces back to the biblical book of Daniel, where King Belshazzar of Babylon saw mysterious handwriting appear on a wall, which was interpreted as a prophecy of his kingdom's downfall. This tale provides a potent image of undeniable foreshadowing signs. All right, let's explore this with a couple of examples. Our first example is, after several quarters of declining sales, the writing was on the wall for the struggling startup. Here, the idiom conveys that the startup's financial troubles were so evident that its inevitable collapse was predictable. The writing wasn't literal, but a collection of clear indications. For our second example, she saw her boss frequently meeting with HR and knew the writing was on the wall for her position. In this scenario, the writing refers to the frequent, secretive meetings that strongly implied her job was at risk. Both examples illustrate how the writing is on the wall effectively communicates that a negative outcome is apparent even if not explicitly stated.
Let's consider similar expressions. A storm is brewing is a great alternative. It uses the metaphor of an approaching storm to describe impending trouble or conflict, similar to how the writing is on the wall signifies upcoming negative events. However, a storm is brewing often suggests a more dynamic, potentially escalating situation. Another related phrase is, it's a foregone conclusion. This implies that the outcome is already decided and unavoidable, much like seeing the writing that points to an inevitable end. While the writing is on the wall emphasizes the signs, a foregone conclusion highlights the certainty of the outcome. To wrap up, the writing is on the wall is a powerful idiom to describe clear, undeniable signs of an approaching negative outcome. Rooted in an ancient biblical narrative, it paints a picture of fate revealed, where the future is evident to those who care to look. So, the next time you observe unmistakable indicators of an impending challenge or change, remember this phrase. It's a concise way to express that an outcome is no longer speculative, but evident, prompting us to acknowledge and potentially prepare for what's to come. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, he works at a policy think tank. This describes employment at an organization conducting research and advocacy on social, political, or economic issues, aiming to influence public policy. The term emerged mid-20th century, metaphorically a tank for ideas, strategic planning, brainstorming. Let's see it in use. Example 1. After years in academia, she decided to apply for a position at a leading policy think tank focusing on environmental issues. This shows a career shift to specialized research. Example 2. The government consults experts from various policy think tanks before implementing major economic reforms. They provide crucial policy insights.
Research institution is similar but broader. Policy think tanks aim to influence public policy. Brain trust refers to expert advisors. It can be within a think tank or standalone group, lacking the full research advocacy structure. Choose based on context. To wrap up, he works at a policy think tank means employment at an organization researching and advocating on key issues to shape public policy. Originating mid-20th century as a secure place for ideas, it signifies a center of intellectual influence. It helps grasp connections, research, advocacy, governance. A precise phrase for a significant professional sector. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, she threw cold water on my idea. This vivid expression means to discourage someone's idea or plan or to react negatively to it, making them lose enthusiasm. Imagine proposing something exciting, only for someone to immediately dismiss it. That's exactly what this idiom describes. Its origins trace back to the literal act of pouring cold water on someone to revive them or to cool them down, especially in the 16th century. Over time, this physical action evolved into a powerful metaphor for cooling down someone's excitement or hope, effectively dampening their spirits. Let's see this idiom in action with a couple of examples. First, I suggested a grand party, but my mom threw cold water on the idea, saying it was too expensive. Here, threw cold water clearly shows how the mom discouraged the party idea due to cost. For our second example, consider this. The team was excited about the new project until the manager threw cold water on their innovative approach. In this scenario, the manager's actions stifled the team's enthusiasm and creativity, perhaps by pointing out flaws or deeming it impractical. Both examples perfectly illustrate how an initial spark of excitement can be quickly extinguished by someone's disapproval or negative reaction. It's a powerful image of dampening spirits.
Now let's look at some similar expressions. Rain on someone's parade means to spoil someone's enjoyment or plans, often by delivering bad news. It's a bit more about spoiling an already existing positive mood or event. Another useful phrase is dampen someone's spirits. This directly refers to making someone feel less enthusiastic or cheerful, while throw cold water on implies a more active, sometimes abrupt, act of discouragement towards an idea. Rain on someone's parade is about spoiling an event or mood, and dampened spirits describes the effect of such discouragement. Choose throw cold water on when someone actively rejects an idea. To recap, she threw cold water on my idea perfectly illustrates how someone can quickly extinguish enthusiasm or disapprove of a suggestion. Originating from the literal act of cooling or reviving, this idiom provides a vivid mental image of dampening excitement. Remember, when an idea you're passionate about meets with a sudden negative reaction, this idiom captures that moment perfectly. So, the next time someone discourages your brilliant plan, you'll know exactly how to describe their action. Keep practicing these idioms to make your English more expressive and natural. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is he was thrown under the bus by his colleague. It means being unfairly blamed or sacrificed for another's mistake, often to protect the blamer. This vivid image from mid-20th century American English describes sacrificing someone for personal gain, reflecting harsh betrayal. See usage. The manager threw Sarah under the bus to avoid taking responsibility for the failed project. Sarah was unfairly blamed. Also, during the interview, he tried to throw his former boss under the bus, but it backfired. He shifted blame. Both show someone sacrificed for another's protection.
Similar idioms: to scapegoat someone and to pin the blame on someone. Scapegoat implies an innocent person suffering for others' mistakes, emphasizing injustice. Pin the blame directly assigns fault. Thrown under the bus is stronger, denoting a ruthless act of betrayal and sacrifice for self-preservation. In summary, he was thrown under the bus by his colleague, means unfair blame or sacrifice for another's benefit, highlighting severe betrayal. Its origin reflects being pushed into a destructive situation. This idiom emphasizes profound disloyalty. Remember its impact when someone takes the fall for another's error. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is time's up. Please submit your test. This straightforward phrase means that the allocated time for a specific task, typically an examination or a timed activity, has completely expired. It serves as a clear instruction to stop working immediately and hand in what has been completed. Its origin lies in academic and professional testing environments, becoming a standard, universally understood command in schools and workplaces worldwide to ensure fair and timely completion of assessments. Let's explore how this phrase is used in different scenarios. Imagine you're in an exam, deeply focused. Suddenly the proctor announces, "All right, everyone, time's up. Please submit your tests. Pencils down." This classic usage signals the absolute end of the examination period, requiring immediate compliance. It's a non-negotiable directive, but it's not just for school. Consider a workplace scenario. The project deadline is approaching fast. My boss just reminded us, "Time is up. Please submit your test for our weekly report." Here, the phrase is used metaphorically to emphasize the strictness and finality of a submission deadline, urging urgency and completion, even if not literally a test.
While time's up, please submit your test. Is quite specific. We have similar expressions for ending tasks. One is pencils down. This is almost identical in context, used strictly in timed examinations to command students to cease writing. Another general phrase is, the deadline has passed. This informs about a missed submission opportunity, focusing on the factual expiration of a period rather than an active command. Our idiom is a direct, urgent instruction, whereas the deadline has passed is more of a statement of fact, often implying consequences. In summary, time's up, please submit your test, is a clear, decisive instruction indicating the immediate end of an allocated period, demanding the submission of completed work. Stemming from formal testing environments, it conveys urgency and finality. Remember, encountering this phrase means it's time to conclude your efforts promptly. So, whether it's an actual exam or a project at work, when you hear time's up, it's your cue to finalize and hand in your work efficiently. Mastering such direct phrases is crucial for clear communication. I'll see you next time with another great expression.